Hey guys, it's Siobhan with To Kitty and Beyond. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Siobhan. I'm an intuitive tarot therapist, a spiritual counselor, and a holographic Usui Reiki master. So today we're doing monthly horoscope readings for the zodiac signs, and this is for Aries. Now that can apply to Aries sun, moon, or rising, or if you have Aries heavily in your chart, or if you just felt called to click on this video, then there's probably some messages here for you. But do keep in mind that these are general readings, and so not all of the messages are going to apply to everybody. Simply take what resonates with you and leave the rest here. Also, we're not going to be doing the normal monthly spread for February. I felt called to do more of a freestyle type of reading, which used to be my bread and butter, but since I switched over to spreads, I've been using those predominantly. So I felt called to do freestyle for you guys, so we're going to go ahead and do that, and we'll just see what energy you guys are working with in the month of February 2020. All right. So, Spirit, where should I start? I'm going to grab an oracle card to start us off from a deck that I haven't used in a really long time. I think it's called the Ascended Master Crystal Oracle, but don't quote me on that. Just going to shuffle a little bit before I pull some cards, even though I already shuffled them to begin with. Make sure it's nice and thorough. Okay, so what energy is Aries working with? I've got two. That was so fast. Okay, so we have Her Eye Ever Open, which is Goddess Tara and Tibetan Quartz. And you have Original Self, and this came out upside down. I don't normally read oracle cards in reverse, but for some reason for this one I'm being called to read it in reverse. So this is Ascended Master White Matthew and Dan Burite. So we will read that in reverse. Let's get some tarot to clarify. Okay, what energies are Aries people dealing with in February 2020? This deck is being a little bit difficult. There we go. Okay. So, can we clarify Her Eye Ever Open? And can we clarify Original Self? Thank you. One more. Okay. So you've got the Hanged Man in reverse and the Two of Swords clarifying Her Eye Ever Open, and then you've got the Lover's card and the Five of Cups clarifying Original Self in reverse. So I see this as you gaining a new perspective, and it kind of looks like there's a decision that's being made around a relationship, whether this is you know, like a partnership or a friendship or a family member, or if this is like a spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend. There's something that is being discovered, but not in like a negative sense. It's not like it was ever hidden. It's just like a new perspective on the relationship. So the Hanged Man in reverse, especially clarifying Her Eye Ever Open, really speaks of gaining some sense of clarity after a period of standing still for a moment and hanging upside down. And this hanging upside down has given you the clarity. It's given you this new perspective because you see the whole world in a different way. And I'm seeing that with the Two of Wands as well. He's looking at the world in his hands, and he is making a decision to move forward. In which direction that's going to be is going to be up to him. And with the Lovers, it also implies a decision being made as well. And so this is a decision possibly to let go of grief. Original Self original self in reverse would be unoriginal self. This would be the inauthentic self, or the self that you are separate from or you create. Okay, what do I mean by that? Original self in, it just came to me as I was talking. The original self in reverse, and they're showing me the lovers here referring to the Garden of Eden, like the Adam and Eve story, the original divine feminine and divine masculine, and the grief that they held around being cast out of the Garden of Eden. So there's grief that's being held within all women and men that kind of stems back from that lineage. And whether or not you think that this actually happened, or if you just think it's an archetypal story, I think that grief is still there either way. So this is part of our original self that needs healing. And I think that this is something that Her Eye Ever Open is going to assist in, especially since it's goddess Tara, which is the earth goddess. So this is a lineage of pain that has been held in the earth, as the Garden of Eden was like heaven on earth, and we were sort of taken out of that and cast down into the third dimension instead of being, these enlightened beings in the fifth dimension and above. So there is grief with that. There's separation. But I'm also seeing that in the past. He's looking at the cups and he's looking to the left-hand side, but behind him there's 2 cups. So the past may have been painful and there's stuff that needs to come up there to be released, but there's the 2 of Cups here, which would indicate a soulmate relationship, or a loving relationship of some kind. Especially with the lovers here, this could really indicate that when you gain a new perspective and you're able to release the grief of the past, you're able to move forward into a new time of opportunity. Okay, let's see what the Psychic Tarot has to say. So this is the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. I'm just going to give it a quick shuffle. Okay, we'll get some more clarity on this message. So we have Sacrifice, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the Hanged Man. Yeah, it is. You got a double. Wow. Anything else? Wow. The Four of Wands. Moving on. Wow. 6 of Swords. Okay. So I'm just going to put these back. So Sacrifice is the Hanged Man. Sacrifice is the same card. So you have a double here with the same meaning, this one being upright. And I love how this one, she is quite literally in the heavy, dense waters of the third dimension, but her upper body is beginning to get out of that, and she's free into the open air, and from there she's able to connect, potentially through meditation, to this multi-dimensional existence. And so I really see this as the enlightenment that's coming. And you have rainbows in 2 of your cards. There's a rainbow in the Four of I keep not saying Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands here is about a happy home. This is about a stable home environment, a stable relationship. And I also see this as the marriage card. So, potentially moving forward, if you're able to release and sacrifice some of this grief, let it go, see it from a new perspective, and finally move on, then marriage and a healthy, balanced relationship are available to you. So yeah, 6s also represent harmony in relationships. So moving on. This is the 6 of Swords, and this is moving from troubled times into more peaceful waters. So this is putting away the stress of the mind and allowing your heart to guide you forward into an area that is going to be more prosperous for you, especially when it comes to love, given the context of the rest of this reading. So yeah, I really see this, especially with the rainbows here. This could be, I'm getting a message for somebody. I don't think this is going to resonate with everybody, but I think that the rainbow here is it's a bridge between worlds. And so if you resonate with that, then this is giving you the opportunity to let go of some of this heavier, more dense, emotional baggage. And by doing that, you're freeing yourself to move into the light, which you see in the moving on card as well. So he's moving out of the shadow and into the light. And by doing that, you don't have to physically die to do that. You can transcend this reality and move up into higher dimensions while still being alive. It's just kind of like a transcendental experience. It's a transformation at a level of consciousness. So you don't physically go anywhere, but you're sort of crossing over into this new territory, and you'll feel that vibrationally, you'll feel that emotionally, and you'll feel that in the way that you think and the situations that you attract as well. So somebody's third eye is really opening. That's another thing that I'm picking up on. And you may, through this third eye awakening, have to kind of come up and face some of these things that have lain, in the subconscious. And because that's what the third eye is really about. It connects you to your higher self, your intuition, your subconscious mind, the deep waters beneath the surface. And the key here is to swim in those waters with confidence so that you can gain insight, guidance, clarity, new understanding, and be able to move forward. So with that moving on card, let's get some of these ones and we'll see if they've got anything else to add. And then at the end we'll pull an animal totem oracle card for you guys, Aries. Okay. So anything to add? Oh yeah, you've got the High Priestess. I don't know if you guys can see that. No, you can't. Okay, here, let me put it up here. High Priestess. Somebody's really going through a spiritual awakening. Two of Swords, lots of decision here, lots of choice, balance, trying to figure out which way to go forward, how to move forward, how to move on. You've also got the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Chariot, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so first and foremost, you've got a lot of themes of balance in the reading. So you've got the Two of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Lovers. These are all about decisions. It's about balance, the Divine Masculine, the Divine Feminine. The Chariot even represents balance with the shadow and the light aspect. Here, I'll show you guys. The two Sphinxes, one light, one dark. And when you have them in balance, you can begin to move forward. And the Chariot represents success. It also, to me, represents planning, preparation, and spiritual seeking, as 7 is a very highly spiritual number about that knowledge. And the Chariot she's in control. She is, or he, sits up on that palanquin and gives direction. She's the one who sort of decides where to go. So I feel like there's a little bit of, I didn't want to say the word insecurity, but that was what kept coming to me. There's a little bit of insecurity in somebody around this process of spiritual awakening and letting go of some of this grief, potentially a relationship as well. As the Nine of Pentacles, I see as like a single female. She's very abundant, she's very self-sufficient and independent, and in that, especially with the Lovers here and the grief card, this could be, getting over a relationship that's come to an end, or this could be information that you're finding out intuitively about the person that you were with or that you're currently with, in which that information frees you it liberates you from being stuck. So if you, now take this only if it resonates, if you felt stuck or you feel stuck in a relationship, if you feel like you're not able to move forward with this person, if it's not a good relationship, if there's a lot there that needs to be let go of, or if you just feel like you've outgrown it, then this could be for you about trusting your intuition and, making a decision based on your intuition. For others, because I do see two scenarios here, for others, this could be more so just about healing from the past. If you're not currently in a relationship, then this is just healing from past relationships, healing your heart, opening your third eye, gaining wisdom and insight and clarity through that to be able to purge and let go of some of that lower density. Because we've all been through difficult relationships. It's not, it's not like your heart is the only heart that's ever been through it. And I don't mean that condescendingly. I mean that we all have pain. And so whether or not we face it, it's still going to be there. So it's about opening that inner eye and opening the heart as well. But I really see this as something mental for somebody. There's lots of swords here, the inner eye, the high priestess. This is like information. This is knowledge. This is potentially even learning something new, either in the context of information about the relationship or context of just general spiritual information that then like leads you out of a lie. That was a little Freudian slip there. I accidentally said lie, and so that was what they were trying to say, because it's the Ace of Swords in reverse being a lie. So whether this lie is like a lie that we've been told in society, like that we have to work a 9-to-5 job to be able to survive, or that we have to, go to school to be successful. These are lies that are told to keep people, complacent. And whether or not you agree with me is completely fine. If you don't agree with me, I totally support you in that as well. And there's definitely much to be said from conventional work and schooling, but I think it's to each their own, right? Like everybody's got their own path. And if you are the type of person who's highly intuitive, highly spiritual, your strengths really lie outside of the physical world, then of course these lies would have trapped you, or these beliefs rather, these false beliefs for you would have kind of acted like a cage. So to get to like the original point of what I was trying to say is that for the people who are not currently in a relationship right now, then this is really just about healing the past and freeing yourself and liberating your mind. And for those of you who are in a relationship, but it's a happy relationship, then I see this continuing to flourish with that foundations and achievements. I see this, getting even more harmonious as you heal yourself through more spiritual knowledge, and making the choice to begin to see something clearly that perhaps you have put off for a while. Okay, so let's get one of the Druid Animal Oracles to close out the reading. Okay, for Aries, what animal oracle deck? Or which animal oracle, not deck. Okay, so you have the hawk. Yeah, so the hawk is all about this very expanded perspective. So if you think of a hawk, they've got hawk eyes. They've got really, really keen sight, and they have this ability to fly up really, really high as well. So this is giving you that new perspective. That's what the Hanged Man's talking about. That's what the Ace of Swords is talking about. And then you also have two fires here. And with the Lovers card, this could be some sort of a soulmate or twin flame relationship. Now, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole of twin flames here, and I used to do twin flame readings and I don't anymore because I've kind of moved away from that whole paradigm. But if you resonate with that, then that could be a specific, particular message for you. So I'm just going to read what the hawk would like to say. if I can find where the card is in the book because they didn't number these. Okay, so the hawk represents nobility, recollection, and cleansing. So hawk brings the ability to see your life in perspective, to free you of unnecessary baggage, and to connect you to your ancestral roots. See if you can take some time out of your daily routine to survey your life calmly and to see events in context. The hawk can help you to recollect the missing pieces of the jigsaw you will be trying to assemble, and he will help too to spot the details which are significant. When you have a sense of your roots and of the breadth of your life, you will start to feel pride and a growing sense of nobility and structure. Once you know where you have come from and where you are going, your life will be filled with inspiration and enthusiasm. You will sense a new day dawning, and you will be able to make decisions with confidence. The reverse meaning, although it did come up in the upright, but I always like to read the reverse just in case, because it's usually two sides of the same energy. So you could be paying too much attention to detail. Being precise and hawk-eyed can be valuable, but taken to its extreme and without a wider overview, it can lead to cruelty. High ideals, if not balanced with a sense of humility, lead to arrogance and ultimately a denial of the heart. Be careful not to get carried away by the justness of your cause while forgetting to take into consideration the feeling of others. So I can't believe how accurate this is, the upright meaning. I mean, it was talking about this new perspective, which we see with the Hanged Man repeated here twice, baggage, which we were seeing with the Five of Cups energy, making a decision, which we're seeing with those two cards, the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. Picking up the missing puzzle pieces from the past. It's like that Adam and Eve. It's like the original, it's like it's in the DNA. It's like that baggage is in the DNA. And you're being given the gift of being able to see something in a new way, to put the jigsaw together. With the Ace of Swords in reverse, I also see this as inner truth. So really rediscovering your inner truth, your original self, through your higher self. There may have been some blocks there in the past because these both are in reverse, but you're moving on from that by healing the grief, and by letting go of that density, you're rising out of that into this, expanded state of awareness. And with that comes, I love this. It says, the pride and a growing sense of nobility and structure. That's really what this foundation and achievements is all about. The Four of Wands is a 4. It represents structure and stability, and it is an achievement. So, yeah, I think that's absolutely perfect, and I love it when that happens. I love doing readings like this because the cards really speak to each other, and the oracle cards, especially at the end, kind of pull everything together, and it just kind of confirms everything that I was picking up on, and then some. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you would like to get more clarity on your situation, or if you would like any assistance healing some of this grief that's coming up to be processed, or if you would like to open and clear your chakras, specifically your third eye, then please reach out to me at services.tokittyandbeyond.com for a Reiki session or a tarot reading to get some clarity on your personal situation. All of the information will be in the description box below, and I am currently offering 33% off of my Reiki services. So it's now $97 Canadian for a 90-minute session live via Skype. So if you'd like to take advantage of that, then reach out to me at the email provided below, and I will talk to you then. And if not, then I thank you guys so much for watching and for liking, for sharing this with those who would resonate. And if you want to see more, then stick around, subscribe to the channel. I put out monthly horoscope readings for all the zodiac signs, obviously, and collective ascension energy updates, as well as general spiritual chit-chats and channeled information. All right, guys, thank you so much. I love you, and we will see you next time. Bye.